Was there any piece of advice that you got when you were starting or even recently that's really just, stuck out to you or has stayed relevant, throughout your whole career?
Denzel obviously is one of the kindest actors that I've ever met and worked with, and he and Viola, basically that whole Fences cast, and some of the actors that I worked with in The Leftovers, and actors like Regina King, just plenty that I've been really, really lucky to get to spend some time with, and they all have essentially said the same thing of enjoying the journey.
My name's Shailen. I'm 19 years old. I'm currently a student at San Francisco State University, but because of the pandemic, I'm home now in Los Angeles, California. I'm aspiring to be a filmmaker. Specifically, I want to screenwrite. And I kind of want to ask you, was there someone in particular or a mentor you had or someone that you knew that really supported you when you were first starting your career?
When I was first starting my career, it's actually funny to hear you explain what you came out for, because when I first moved to Los Angeles, I moved out to be a screenwriter as well. And that was, I had no interest in becoming an actor. I always wanted to provide the words that the actors would be performing. So that was my singular interest. But once I decided to kind of make that transition into acting, I had two really big advocates of my continued learning of the craft, and that was Viola Davis and her husband, Julius Tenen. And I was able to meet them through a family friend, through my church in Maryland. That's where I was raised on the East Coast. And her eldest sister was the one that introduced us. And when I first met her, I went to their house and we had like a really lovely lunch, and we just talked about the craft and specifically about her journey as an actress and what she's learned in the years that she's been involved. And her and Julius were very, very vocal about me continuing my training and my development as an actor.
What was like that breakthrough moment for you?
The breakthrough moment for me, oh man, I would have to say my first union job as an actor. My first SAG job was The Leftovers. I had gotten a chance to audition for some really interesting things in the years prior, and I always felt that I was really close to like getting that job that would allow me to just be an actor. You know how you have jobs that supplement the income, and I was waiting tables at the time. I was selling sunglasses at the mall. I did everything, and was always really close to getting that role that was going to allow me to just focus on this. And that came, I want to say it was the spring of 2015, and I had auditioned for the part of Michael Murphy, and Damon and Mimi Leader. They saw my tape and felt that I was a good choice for the part, and they allowed me to quit my job. And although I love that job, they allowed me to quit the job that I had and move to Austin to film my first television show.
I kind of asked too because, you're a very accomplished actor, and I wanted to ask you, before every job, like, do you ever get nervous before starting a new one?
I get nervous before every job. I don't think that's something that will ever go away. I know for a fact whenever I am fortunate enough to earn a job, earn another role, that I just want to do everything I can to be as sincere and as honest in the character as I possibly can. And especially if it's a lifestyle or if it's a character that I don't relate to, it seems to be that those are the characters that interest me the most, because I don't want to play something that I am. I don't think that's much of a stretch for me. So yeah, you're nervous because you want to do it right and you want to be a complete character. So to answer your question without rambling forever, yes, I'm nervous about every single part that I've ever played.
And I kind of building off that, like when you take a new job or you take a new role on, like what are some sources of inspiration that you look towards?
Well, I think it has to start on the page in most cases, and that's Stephen Henderson told me that when we were filming Fences. He was like, if it ain't on the page, it ain't on the stage. And I'm sure that's a piece of poetry that a lot of stage actors or trained actors know, but it's true. I think that if you can get a strong start at understanding the character, because the basis of the character is presented to you in the script. And I think that's half the battle right there. You have the spine. All you need to do is just fill in the rest of it.
Thank you so much again. And I just want to kind of close it by saying, like, you're someone I look up to. I admire your work, and like, I just really appreciate what you've done. And I can't wait to see what you do next, and what you keep doing and what you keep putting out. And just as a young kid, like, it's just so nice to see someone, you know, who on screen I can relate to. So it means a lot. And I just want to say thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much for saying that. I mean, that's why I got into the industry, and I've seen many actors and filmmakers that I really admire as well. And so it feels good to hear you say that. I really appreciate it.